Hey there, Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto in Japan. We're looking here at a Legacy Outback, a JDM spec version. This is the 3.0R edition with the flat 6-cylinder boxer engine. And in Japan, this puts out 250 horsepower from the 3-liter engine. That's a quad cam, a boxer engine. What's pretty cool about this is, well, first off, this is the LL Bean edition, which is unique or kind of cool in its own right. I just walked into a Delica. Yeah. Anyways, the American version of this engine puts out 220 horsepower, up to 245 horsepower in some of the later iterations. But this one, being the JDM spec, puts out 250 horsepower in the early iteration, which is really cool because this 3-liter version puts out similar horsepower numbers to the 3.6-liter version of the engine that's available in North America. And so smaller displacement, higher horsepower, kind of cool. Now most of the Legacies or the Outbacks, Legacies, kind of the same car. The Outback is the raised suspension version of the Legacy, which is a higher end model here in Japan because they're larger engines than in the Legacies. You see in Japan they have 2-liter cap on cheap insurance and cheap registration costs. And so having the engine that's bigger than 2 liters means that you go up a price cap, which means nobody's going to buy your car unless they consider it to be a luxury. Or in some cases like this, they'll consider it a luxury just because it has a bigger engine. You'll tell your friends, look, I got the 3-liter in my Legacy Outback. And they'll say, oh, mine only has the 2-liter and I am not as cool as you. This is the auction sheet. I'm going to go over it. The car has 55,000 kilometers on it. And yeah, Legacies in Japan come with 280 horsepower turbo 2 liters. 4-cylinder engine. The 3.0R, really interesting that they have a 250 horsepower, bigger displacement, 6-cylinder. And so this will be like your torquey engine. And around town, you're going to notice that. I hear fuel economy is not very good on it. We got 4-wheel drive. You also have boxer engines, which are not that great on fuel economy as it is. And then the lifted suspension on this. But an overall package, I love these. I love the fact that they exist. Subaru kind of owns the market for station wagons. I guess Subaru and Volvo, but Subaru has the 4-wheel drive with the reliability and the cheapness of fixing and all of that, so it is a plus. Now this one was bought from auction in Japan. It's going to be exported to Canada. I'll quickly translate this for you. It's a 2004 model, Outback 3.0R LL Bean edition, and so LL Bean gives you, I guess, well, interior is a big one. LL Bean is like a outdoor apparel company. Yeah, so you get a different interior. You might get different options for like colors. This one here comes in a forest green and gray two-tone, and I'm not going to walk into the Delica behind me. And it's quite a stunning looking car, especially with the raised suspension, like what we did on our car. Yeah. Anyways, let's quickly translate the rest of this. It has power seats, HID headlights, half leather seats. It's a beige Alcantara leather. It's kind of cool. Interior windshield rock chip, interior scratched, dirty, and wear, steering wheel wear, seat wear, various scratches, dents, scuffs, and repainted sections on the body. Underside surface rust, front grille is not shiny in the chrome section, and if you look on here, a couple of areas of damage. Now, the side ones here, I'd say that they were overstating those a bit. And then on the front and rear bumper, we have A2, A3. These are big scratches, and yeah, that's the worst part about the car. In general, I'd say really good looking body, except for the bumpers have lots of damage. So I'll do a quick once around here so that you can see. This is the early model. Headlights are a little bit different on the later model ones, but they like scoop here. They're round. I prefer the look of these ones. And wood interior, real wood. Which is weird because some of the earlier Legacies came with fake wood interiors, and I never knew up until today that you could get wood interiors, and I don't know if it's specific to the LL Bean edition, but I figure it is. And I don't know how common these LL Bean ones are. I don't think that it's really uncommon. These cross promotion things like this are always fun. Like, isn't there like an Explorer that's the Eddie Bauer edition? I think there's such a thing. Okay, so you can see a big scratch on the front of the bumper on this corner here. I like this bumper better than any of the Legacy bumpers. I like the lifted suspension. And Subarus are such fantastic all year round vehicles. You know, I come from Canada where this one's going, and a lot of people, they'll have a sweet car, but then you don't want to drive it in the winter because it's either too low to the ground, or you don't want to damage it in the winter, or it doesn't have four-wheel drive and you want four-wheel drive in the winter. Something like this is great because you get good performance and you can use it all year round. Separated piece there of the gasket for the windshield. Okay, so you get, it looks like signals inside the mirrors there. Some rock chips on here. It's nice to have the plastic cladding that keeps your body in better condition from door dents and things like that. There's a cover over top of the tail light, and I think that it fits in really nicely. It kind of continues the body line down the corner there in a very nice way. You can see a scuff on the bottom of the bumper there, a scuff on the back of the hatch there, and some more damage all throughout here. So my recommendation is get a body shop to paint both of the bumpers and then put them back on. You shouldn't have to do anything to the body, although there is a little bit of paint fade, pardon me, on this door here and a little bit here. And you might be able to polish that off. It could be just crud in the clear coat that I'm seeing. It is very light. Okay, quick look at the back here. LL Bean edition. And I think the LL Bean edition was not exclusive to Japan, but I don't know the answer to that because I was already living in Japan. Actually, no, when this car came out, if this is a 2003, I didn't move here until 2006. But I can remember when the facelift model came out here in Japan. It was one of the first car things that happened while I was living here. So upgraded audio in this, including subwoofer. It's made by Macintosh, which is a high-end audio company. What's this? Oh, there's a fan in the back here. I don't know why you would want one, but you have one now. There's a button I saw up earlier that said fan in the back. I wonder why you would want. Oh, I know. Subaru has the dogs in the back. So if you have your dog in your back, you can have an extra fan for them. Very nice. Good thinking. Okay, so the leather feels like an upgraded leather compared to the Legacy's leather, in my opinion. Okay, and it is half leather, so Alcantara in the middle, leather on the outsides. I'd really like to see a drag race between this and the turbocharged version. No doubt the turbocharged version is faster, but with this you get no turbo lag, and so a car like this would probably feel faster on the street. So some wear here, some wood here. It's a nice wood too. It's not a cheap wood. You got to be like aware of things like that. Subaru is not a high-end company. They make a really unique and very cool product, but their stuff isn't high-end. It's usually rather on the inexpensive end, and then they use their quirkiness to sell cars, which is a win, especially when it comes to like a package that you can't find otherwise, like a lifted station wagon. I'm surprised that the wood is as high quality as it is, considering what you usually see out of Subarus. So some wear and dirtiness in the bolsters there. Also the top of there, it looks like it's discoloring a bit. And then LL Bean edition. It'd be funny if somebody made like a pretend commercial for LL Bean Subarus, wearing all LL Bean goods and going camping. Okay, do the gauges do the dance thing that the Legacy gauges do? They do. Woo! Yeah, 55,000 kilometers is nice and low. Lots of life left in it. Okay, so original Navi is in here. You can see the wood again. It's quite nice looking. And the smell inside here is nice too. It's like a leathery kind of Subaru-ish smell. That's good. Not too many scratches around the surround here. Sometimes you'll get that on a lot of cars from this era. Macintosh audio is cool because it illuminates all blue and beautiful. Okay, beige and beige and beige. And actually beige hides dirt pretty well. We intentionally bought beige when we were buying a van. Interior beige because we got kids that are messy little kids. Driving recorder there. There's pedals here. There's shift yourself section here for the automatic if you need it. but they don't have floppy paddles like you usually see. And this is Momo. And it's discolored and worn out. But it is very cool having the wooden steering wheel. I love a wooden steering wheel. Okay, so that is the story of the Legacy Outback. The hood is very cool. I'm just going to show you that. Those two little bumps give it a nice aggressive, like angry eyes look. I love it. Okay, so that is that. If you have any questions, of course, let me know. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.